Let's get it started from here. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Renata Revilo, founder of ghostwriting agency that focuses on lead generation on LinkedIn and founder of Copostly, your ultimate content creation tool on LinkedIn. Today, we're going to deep dive in the topic of how to pack your LinkedIn profile that sells. Today, we have a special guest, Sofia, LinkedIn producer, works with million followers influencers and the companies in the top 500 Fortune Forbes list. Welcome. Hey.
Hey. Hi, Renata.
Hello. So let's start from the basics. How do you usually approach the LinkedIn profile for yourself and for the clients?
Thanks for your first question. So I think your LinkedIn profile is extremely important because it briefly shows your expertise. So I think it as a briefly pitch for you as a professional, as an expert. So it's like your professional card that can show you how good you are and what your expert niche, where your profession.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes people, just take it as a CV or maybe a business card, but I think you're right. This is exactly a pitch. So you can even structure your profile that's, to become it's part of your sales funnel, right? Let's say, and worm them gradually through them, like going through your profile. So if we're talking about this topic now, when someone comes to you saying, I need a LinkedIn profile that sells, what is the first thing you look for and what are most people getting wrong right out of the gate?
Okay. So when I first look at someone's profile, I notice these two things. Like the first one is your main avatar, like your main photo. And the second one, of course, is the headline. I think your headline is like the top one most important LinkedIn profile ever. And if these two sections, I mean, like the main photo and the headline, don't immediately show me who you are or how you look like, what expert do you have, how you can help me, like everything else is, like everything else doesn't matter at all. Because it usually takes me just about 3 or 5 seconds to scan these sections. And if I don't get clear picture in my mind, I can maybe even skip the profile. So I would pay special attention to these two sections, yes, at the beginning, for sure.
You are right, especially in terms of your headline, right? It's so important. First of all, I see quite often when, people are just putting there too much information. Sometimes it takes 5 lines in their headlines. And I was like, oh my God, who are you? Decide.
Yeah, I usually, at the end of this headline, I always forget what the first line was because it's too many information. And I think I found lots of such headlines in the MENA region. Don't you notice it? MENA region loves this kind of headlines.
Yeah, I was thinking also to put it together as a red flag of LinkedIn. And I have so many screenshots of this headlines going wrong. I cannot even count them.
Yeah, it's our reality.
Yeah, and also why I think the headlines are important because once you post anything, people could see, yes, right, your name and also the parts of your headline. So you either can highlight your expertise in this headline. So why you will be like a reasonable person to post this post, right? And also when your comments, people also can see that as well. Or you can also use it in the tricky ways. How I use it, for example, in my headline, first few words is try my LinkedIn content creation tool, press the website. So people, when they see it, they're like, oh, what is the content creation tool? And they come to my profile and they click on the Copostly, and that's also part of my funnel. That tricky way.
Yeah. Nice point.
And let's get tactical. If you're looking at someone's, headline right now, what is the difference between a headline that scrolls past and the one that makes people stop and click?
Okay, I would say a headline that I scroll fast is usually that consists just of job title. I mean, marketing manager at some company it's okay, but it tells me nothing about the person themselves, because this title is too broad and too generic. Because like if we take marketing manager, marketing is a very huge space, and so okay, I guess I can guess what you do, but I don't know any specific kind of like your kind of expertise, but it's very important in terms of LinkedIn. So another weak headline that I can mention is the one that doesn't answer like who you are, because they start immediately from like, helping companies increase their revenue, or helping companies like whatever. Because I have no idea if you are like an investor, if you are solo, if you are a junior manager. I want to know your job position. I want to know who you are. So I don't have any time, to check this information in the work section. So please be specific. And I think the best formula for headline on LinkedIn is the following: that your job title plus your company, then some expert keywords regarding your expertise. Then you can add some your professional achievements. And like optional, if you have some additional space, not just 5 lines, as you mentioned before, you can also add some personal details some personal issues that you love about yourself. So yeah, but the main important, the first 2 things, like your job title and your expert keywords.
Amazing. That's a really hardcore insight. Thanks for sharing. And I hope people who use this formula more often will see more great headlines
Yeah.
out there. I know that in some of the like in one of the posts you mentioned, stop talking at people, right? And actually
Yeah.
make them feel something, connect with you, and can you give us like before and after example?
Okay, like honestly, I was saying about this in the context of content, LinkedIn content, but it also works for profile. If we're talking about section, for example, there are 2 variants. Like I see this kind of variants extremely important, extremely often. Like the first one is like I'm a results driven professional with 15 years experience and blah blah blah, and the second one is such variant as like I help SaaS founders go from $100,000 on ads with 0 ROI to their first paying clients in 15 days. So the difference is very huge, and the second variant is more powerful for sure, because it makes me feel the result that I can get. It makes me feel how this person can help me. So yes, I want to see this difference. I want to make me feel that I can what I can get from this person.
Also, if we talk still about the profile and focus on this, what are the most important sections on a profile apart from your LinkedIn profile pic and the headline?
I think it's like also a background about section for sure, featured, and work experience. Yes. But top 3 is your main photo, headline, and I think maybe your activity section, because people want to see that you're active in terms of content, in terms of comments. So yes, I've got about activity section, and even if I think it's even more important than work experience. So any other sections that are like placed below, they are they are important as well, but lots of people don't scroll it. They want to scan it fast, so they don't have a lot of time. So yeah, you can add it if you want the full picture of you, but if you skip it, okay, that's fine.
I see. Yeah. Well, I actually also remembered why the headline is so important, because I actually signed my first ghostwriting client just from the headline, because I just added there like ghostwriting for founders, for B2B founders. And at that time, I was also working full time for another company. And only this, I was not promoting, I was not posting about it, but only I had one sentence in the headline that helped me to, get my first LinkedIn client, and I get actually inbound lead because they just texted me like, "Oh, are you doing like ghostwriting for the founders?" Like, yes. And that's how it happened.
Yeah, it's very powerful. It's more powerful than people usually think about it.
You organize your content creation like managing a bachelorette party for 15 people
Oh,
with rules like budget before dreams and decide once, move on. Walk us through how can someone apply these project management principles to their LinkedIn content strategy?
oh my God, I felt so stressed during that period. You even can't imagine. But everything was perfect at the end of the day. Everything was perfect. But yes, I think that it's a great, job idea. Not job. It's a great post idea to share my pain on LinkedIn. So yeah, um, I remember that the first point, yes, was like budget before dreams, and I would say in terms of LinkedIn strategy, it's that I can say that plan your capacity, because decide how much time and energy you can spend on LinkedIn, because can you do it by your own, or do you want to delegate this? And it's very important, like start from your time resources. The next one, like it's my favorite one, decide once and move on. Because I think that lots of people overthinking the process, and me neither, in this issue, unfortunately. Because I think it's very important to try think quickly, to try different hypotheses very quickly, to check results, make your own conclusions, and just move on. Because like the golden rule of LinkedIn, I think it's posted done and posted is better than perfect and unpublished. Yes, and I believe in this rule for sure. And the last point is my favorite one about keeping it fun, because don't if people take it too seriously, unfortunately, and I highly recommend enjoying the process, because at the end of the day, it's just your LinkedIn profile, and nothing terrible will happen if one post doesn't work well or no one replied to your messages. No, it's not a nightmare. It's just a LinkedIn profile. So keep calm and just enjoy the process, enjoy your life, and don't overthink it. So yes, I think it's. I like this post for sure.
That's true about not overthinking. I think this is something that we have in each of our conversation on this podcast episode series, that people do tend to overthink a lot. And sometimes we are also guilty of that as well, right, Sofia? But
Yeah.
even, for example, recently I started to post like daily on my LinkedIn. Just also like trying to get more traction, right? And I see that, of course, some posts are performing better than others. And I was even thinking for a moment, should I delete those ones who didn't perform well? And then
No.
how it worked is like just a miracle. So then when I had this thought, maybe a few hours later, I got a DM from a person who read that exact post, even though it didn't
Wow.
perform. But it got me a lead that turned into the call. So it's a possible client from not performing posts. And if I would have deleted that not performing post, I wouldn't have this, chat.
Yeah, but it's not a miracle. It's your consistency,
Yeah.
and it beats everything. So yeah, bravo.
And also talking about, the topics that you can engage and use in your LinkedIn content, strategies, because you mentioned that for any profile, it's not only important the headline, the profile pic, the about section, but also your activity. So it really helps to be active on posting, and I think commenting as well. But let's go on the posting side. I remember you had a really great post on the 4 post ideas that brought clients hundreds of thousands of views. I remember there was a timeline to Triumph, money talks, advice to younger me, also before and after. And question to you, like, which one works best for someone just starting to build their LinkedIn presence, and why?
I think the third idea, like advice to younger me, because all other it's not like for beginners, I guess. And this post idea, like advice to younger me, yeah, I think it's you don't need to have a huge track record, and you don't need to have a huge like experience, because everyone I think everyone has at least one lesson they do earlier, and it works specifically well if you add some story, like why you think that's your lesson learned, and use a storytelling format, of course, because it show people your authenticity, it show people your personality, and people love it. And in this kind of post, don't forget to put your personal photo, because that's the best combination, like some great post with a device and your photo. But honestly, like talking about all four ideas, I think at the beginning it's very important to focus on experimenting with different kind of formats, because even other ideas, for example, some money talks or I don't know, some before after, like it's the contrast perfect. Like I love such kind of publication so much. Experiment with that. You can post even at the beginning and then repeat it maybe after a year or maybe after some 6 months. So it's very important to not just focus on one direction and choose just one type of posts and content, and you are free to experiment, and don't think about it too seriously. Yes, as we talking before. But answering your question, I would start with the advice to younger me. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I think it also makes sense because sometimes you don't have the story behind triumph. Maybe you didn't achieve much triumph yet. Maybe not, a figure business or something yet in
Yeah,
place, or maybe money talks. Maybe there's not yet that much money. But advice to younger me, I think it works perfectly. Besides, it's also can be resonating much with the audience, even without maybe built on authority on that, right?
exactly.
And I know that you experienced a burnout before for creating
Oh,
content for yourself. And it's I know it's a real pain, especially when you're trying to do like really great posts and for your clients, right? And content creation on LinkedIn is a full-time job. If you want to do it yourself, it's just for everyone, is especially if you want to actually achieve results, right? Because
yeah,
of course you can just post whatever have you have in mind, etc. But if you want to have a strategy in place, right, that brings you your desired results, either it's like let's say reach like more people to get to know you. Maybe it's a personal brand building, or maybe it's a lead generation or attracting an investor. Wherever suits you, like depending on the goal, the strategy will also differ for sure a lot. So for you, I have a question. It's what are the warning signs of someone's LinkedIn strategy is heading toward burnout, and how do they course correct?
oh yeah, I've been there this year. I experienced it for the first time, and I can share my experience. So, warning signs I can highlight. The first one is that you deprioritize your profile or your LinkedIn strategy, like in general, because it's always your last thing in your to-do list, like always, every day. Then posting feels like pressure because you have to do it, you must do it, you don't have any desire, you just press yourself, and it's it's a terrible feeling. And I think that you start not caring about LinkedIn at all. You don't care about your impressions, you don't care about your even leads, you don't care about messages, nothing, just you don't care about LinkedIn. And this is not, when I felt it for the first time, it surprised so much because I didn't expect it that there was like a day when I wake up and say, oh, LinkedIn, I don't get this. but, but yeah, I don't want to be, I don't know, shy about it, but it happened, and I think it's okay to feel it sometimes. And what helped me with this burnout is like I give myself some time to be in this feeling, to be in this situation, and I don't press myself to like be stronger, be quickly, just solve your problem. Come on, girl, go. No, I say, okay, Sofia, be be in this be in this feeling, be in the spirit. It's totally okay. And for me, it was very important to share my feelings with my colleagues, with you, Renata, with the other people that I trust. And I just asked for support and asked for some kind words, and it helped me a lot, honestly. So don't be shy to ask for some support. It's very change everything. It's make difference. And then, of course, you can delegate things that you don't like to do. Like you can write down things that you like to do in your LinkedIn profile, and things that you hate. So you can find an assistant, or you can use some AI tools to delegate. But the first two things is like take time, give yourself enough time, and ask for support. I think it's very important to solve this problem mentally. Yeah, I would say like that.
And I know that in your post, you also mention treating your own page like it's your best client. And I guess that's also maybe helps you to shift this right approach and avoid the burning out. And what does that actually look day to day?
Your own page on LinkedIn is just another page. It's just another project that you have. So don't deprioritize your project, your profile, and spend enough time to develop it. To I don't know, send messages, to post, just to brainstorm. So what else helped me that I have a time slot every day, almost every day. I have time slot in my Google Calendar, like specifically for my profile. I don't make calls during that time slots. I don't know, have lunch. No, it's time just for my profile. So yes, I would say this some organizational points that help me a lot to feel about my profile like just a client project, because I treat myself like a client for me. So yeah, why not?
And you want to give yourself the best treatment possible, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Amazing. And also, I think it's a great approach even for those who don't do ghostwriting for others, but also just, the founders that want to build like LinkedIn presence, get the lead generation, etc. If they will change their approach to, treating LinkedIn as another project that they want to excel at, right? I think that it will be also a better way of doing it,
Yeah.
the current ways, because if they'll just, like again, note again, content creation, oh my God. And then, as we mentioned, right, put it at the end of your to-do list, you would never, get some results from this.
Totally agree with you. Yeah.
So if someone is listening to this right now and thinking, okay, I'm convinced, but I'm starting from the zero. So if you could give us like the 30-day action plan, what they should focus on in this few weeks.
I would spend the first week to like everything regarding like foundation, like your base point for your LinkedIn profile. I start with the optimizational profile. I mean, headline, your main photo, your banner, your about section, headline, like everything. Then I would add my loyal audience, like people I already know. For example, my colleagues, past and current colleagues, my classmates, I don't know, my relatives, my friends, whatever. And it's extremely important to measure your initial metric. Yeah. So then I would focus on growing my audience and posting at least once a week, and starting to engage with my audience post. It's like based on my experience, it's very difficult to start commenting a very activity like from the beginning. So you can start with some generic comments like "Congratulations, well done." It's better than nothing. Remember, then published comment is better than perfect and unpublished. So uh, take it easy. So yeah, and starting from the third week, I would send some networking messages just to try this approach, try this communication in DM in general, and maybe add some expert comments, like not very generic ones, but experts and professional. And then I would review my initial metrics and compare with the new ones and see the progress, because I would definitely see the difference between numbers. And I think it would motivate me to do more and more and be more active and be more consistent. I would do like that.
Yeah, I think once you keep an eye, right, on the progress, on the metrics, you'll see how it's, what you do affecting, and it's just constant boost as well. It's, as I like to say, where focus goes, the money flows.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's go through, as we talked about the profile. You already mentioned the most important ones, but maybe you can give extra tips on each of it. If we start from the scratch, so profile pic, right, is super important for any LinkedIn profile. What kind of profile pic would you recommend to add? Is it should be more like serious, like wearing, I don't know,
Okay.
suit or thing, or like how do you approach this one, for example?
I would say the best one is like smart casual photo. Don't take the photo from your passport or from official documents. Something with a smile. It would be perfect. So smart casual with a light smile. Amazing one.
Amazing. Then moving to headline, as we mentioned already, right, is important to put your current position, like company, and for example, how you can be helpful, right?
Yep.
Or how you drive results for other people or specific segments and that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Then we'll go to about section. What is important to put in about section?
So in about section, share more details about how you can help me, how you can help the audience. You can share some scenarios, like if you're warning about this, that, and that, I can help you like doing this and that. So people should see directly how you can help them, because your headline is your pitch with just a few words. It's just a very short line. But in about section, you can put more details. You can put some numbers. You can put some clients if you're not under NDA. You can put some interesting facts. You can even put some words about your background or some words about your big idea or mission. For example, for the MENA region, it's extremely important to start your about section with some mission that you have. So yes, focus on your current expertise, your current way to help people. Maybe underline some interesting, I don't know, interesting achievements, and don't forget to add something personal at the end, and of course, call to action. Like the last line should be like call to action. For example, like, hey, let's connect with each other and explore new ways of opportunities or something like that. But don't forget about it.
Yeah, I think it's super important to first of all share how you can be helpful, and secondly have a call to action. I recently had a consultation for one of the clients. He was like, "Oh, I'm doing a lot of content. I'm growing my page pretty quickly. I have a lot of follower base, but I don't have any clients. Can you help me?" So when I looked at profile, there was like there was a really great content out there, okay, but there was not even a single line that he's a consultant. He can, do the guidance, and etc. I mean, people are too busy in their own lives to try to, see through and to understand how you can be helpful to them. So it's better, of course, to say it out loud and, put it everywhere.
I have my own experience that when I add the word like speaker in my headline, after some speaker opportunities, I decided to add this achievement in the headline. I was shocked how many questions, how many offers I got after I just put this one word. So yes, if you want to have clients, if you want to have new speaking opportunities, just show your audience, just show LinkedIn that you are open to this. So yes, that's amazing that you mentioned it. Very important point.
Amazing. Then let's go quickly through other sections. So featured, what is important to put there?
Featured is is a great opportunity to put your official website link, your link to your interviews if you have ones, to feature your best posts, because no one would check all publications that you posted before, because they don't have a lot of time, they don't care about it. But if you like some posts, or if you have some viral posts, some important posts specifically for you, you can feature them, and new followers, when they check your profile, they will look at this post like firstly. Yes. So yes, you can put your best LinkedIn posts and some professional links that you're proud of, I would say.
Amazing. And then do you usually update the services? I know on LinkedIn they have this extra feature.
Honestly, not. Honestly, I don't pay lots of attention to this section, because if I'm not mistaken, I have two recommendations in this section, and for me, it's enough just to. It doesn't change anything, honestly. So I would say that I added them just to make like the wholest picture that's possible for my profile. But no, I even don't think about this section for sure. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know. What about you?
Well, actually, I think in terms of maybe value to the profile, it's just great to use every opportunity that LinkedIn gives you, right? But on the other hand, I also think that, well, this is just my assumption, that somehow it can, upgrade your sale game. So maybe if somebody's searching for this kind of services, or he's interested in this kind of, work or people, they can, like, your profile can pop up more often, for example. But if that's, it will be great. So if we talk also about last 2 points of the profiles, this activity and work experience, let's go through this. So activity, what is important to show there?
Activity is important. Your like active status in terms of content. So post your professional, expert, and personal content at least once a week. And I think it's very crucial to have some comments to show your audience that you are active in your audience post. So yeah, especially for the USA, for American and for European users, they check it. So yeah,
that's interesting insight. Cool. And the work experience, at least what I see, it's important not only, to put, okay, I work there, but actually also input, you can do the description, right? For example, what kind of job you exactly managed to do, and what kind of results you managed to bring to this company. I think this is crucial, and a lot of people are forgetting it. Maybe you agree with
yeah. I agree with you totally. And also you can add some media files to specific job title, and don't forget about it, because you can share even your photos with your colleagues, even like screenshot of your some informal meeting. Why not? So you can put links of projects that you're working on within this job title, within this job period. So use this section to show what you were working on, and to show some either pictures or links or whatever. That's a great opportunity to visually introduce your work. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we're going to round up. If you have any other words of wisdom, Sofia, you're free to share it now.
I think there is no any wisdom insights, because you start developing your LinkedIn profile, and I think that's the best platform ever. And you see the result very quickly, like even from the first week. So if you have any questions, you can ask Renata or me, and we will help you with this, because it's amazing like journey. And yes, don't think that LinkedIn like is there, I don't know, serious and like serious platform. No, it's you have a lot of fun.
Yeah, don't be afraid to, play around a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, Sophia, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
of course. Bye. 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 Thank you.